There's a quiet knowing deep inside you, always present, always guiding you, whether you're aware of it or not. It's not something you need to search for. It's already within you. This wisdom isn't a collection of facts or a series of logical conclusions. It's something far beyond the reach of the thinking mind. It's a deeper intelligence that comes from stillness and silence. In fact, it's the very presence of your being. For most of your life, you've probably been searching for answers in books, from people, or in the events that unfold around you. You may have felt that wisdom is something that needs to be found. But the truth is, wisdom isn't something you need to go out and look for. It's not something to chase. It's always been here, inside of you, waiting for you to realize it. It's like a treasure hidden beneath the surface, waiting for you to simply pause, listen, and let it come to the surface. The reason you might not have recognized this wisdom before is that it's so quiet and subtle. It doesn't demand attention or force itself into your awareness. It's not loud or flashy. It's calm, gentle, and consistent, always there, always waiting for you to notice. In fact, it's the very stillness that you often overlook in your busy life. When you stop looking outside for answers, when you let go of the constant rush, you start to feel it more clearly. And this is the key. The wisdom you seek isn't something you need to chase. It's something you need to listen to. Consider for a moment how often your mind races. Thoughts come and go without you consciously controlling them, filling your head with questions, worries, and endless mental chatter. You might believe that your thoughts define who you are, but your thoughts, no matter how persistent, are not the truth of who you are. They are simply clouds passing through the sky. They don't define the sky. They don't define you. Your thoughts are temporary and change, but the wisdom inside you is steady, still, and always present. Think of it like this. If you are looking at a mountain, you don't see the peak if there's a storm cloud blocking the view. But the peak is always there, even when the clouds are covering it. The wisdom inside you is like that peak. It's always there, but it's hidden beneath the clouds of thoughts, distractions, and emotions. When you stop chasing the clouds and simply pause, you can begin to see the wisdom that has always been within you. You don't need to force yourself to feel or think a certain way. You don't need to search for it. You simply need to be present. The wisdom is not a mental activity. It's an experience, a knowing that comes from within, beyond the mind, beyond thought. And this wisdom can guide you through any situation in life, not by giving you specific answers, but by helping you to trust in yourself and in the flow of life itself. You might wonder, but how do I know I'm hearing my inner wisdom and not just my own thoughts? The answer is simple. Your inner wisdom is quiet. It's not forceful. It doesn't push. It's gentle, calm, and steady, like the soft rhythm of your heartbeat or the sound of a breeze flowing through the trees. It's not a voice that demands your attention, but a feeling that encourages you to trust the present moment. On the other hand, your thoughts are often loud, chaotic, and driven by your desires or fears. The wisdom you're seeking doesn't speak through the mind. It speaks through the heart. In your heart, there is a deep knowing that everything is okay, that no matter what challenges you face, you will find a way through. This inner wisdom doesn't judge you. It doesn't need you to be perfect. It simply guides you to be who you truly are, free from the conditioning of the world and your past. It's a wisdom that comes from within, not from the outside. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. Begin to tune out the noise around you. In this moment, focus on your heart. Feel it beat. Feel the warmth in your chest. That is the place where your wisdom resides. That is where the truth of who you are lies, waiting for you to awaken to it. When you stop searching outside for wisdom, you start to recognize that everything you need is already inside you. This realization is liberating. It's a freedom from the endless pursuit of answers and the constant search for approval from others. Your inner wisdom does not require validation. It simply is. And the more you trust it, the clearer it becomes. What you'll start to notice is that as you trust this inner wisdom, things begin to fall into place. You don't need to figure everything out. You don't need to plan every step. Life begins to unfold naturally when you listen to this wisdom. It's like learning to walk with ease. The more you trust the path, the more effortless it becomes. You stop fighting against the current and you start flowing with it. One of the most important things to realize is that this wisdom is not something separate from you. It is you. It is the very essence of your being. It's not a distant, abstract concept. It is your true nature, the part of you that has always been there, waiting to be noticed. The wisdom you seek isn't outside of you. It's the life force that has always guided you, even when you weren't aware of it. When you begin to trust in this inner wisdom, you start to notice synchronicities in your life. Things that seemed random begin to make sense. You start to feel that you're in the right place at the right time, even if your mind can't fully explain it. This is the magic of living in alignment with your inner wisdom. It's not about controlling outcomes. It's about being present, open and aware, and letting life unfold naturally. But trusting your inner wisdom also requires you to let go of fear. The mind is filled with fear and doubt, always asking, what if I make the wrong choice? Or what if things don't work out? These fears come from the ego, which is constantly trying to protect you by keeping you in a state of control. But your wisdom is beyond fear. It doesn't see failure the way the mind does. It sees everything as an opportunity for growth and learning. When you trust this deeper wisdom, you stop being afraid of mistakes. You start to embrace them as part of the journey, knowing that they are simply stepping stones on your path. In fact, the more you surrender to your inner wisdom, the more your fears begin to dissolve. The voice of doubt and fear grows quieter, and the voice of wisdom grows louder. You begin to feel more confident, more at peace, and more in touch with your true self. Every time you let go of control and trust in your wisdom, you take another step towards greater freedom. You are no longer bound by the need to make everything perfect or to follow the expectations of others. You are free to follow your own path, and that path is guided by the wisdom of your true self. Trusting this wisdom doesn't mean you stop taking action. It means you take inspired action. You begin to do things from a place of peace and clarity, not from stress or worry. When you trust your inner wisdom, you begin to act in alignment with your highest self. And when you do, life begins to unfold effortlessly, bringing you the experiences and opportunities that are right for you. In the end, all of the answers you seek are already within you. You don't need to look anywhere else. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to search for wisdom outside of yourself. You simply need to trust in the quiet knowing that has always been there. The more you trust this inner wisdom, the more you will experience peace, freedom, and joy in every aspect of your life. So take a deep breath again and listen. Your inner wisdom is speaking to you right now. It has always been here, waiting for you to listen. The more you listen, the more you will awaken to the truth of who you really are.